What's going on? What's going on YouTube? What's going on YouTube? What's going on YouTube? It's Pap. I'm Black with another colorful perspective. Recording live from the dome. How y'all doing this evening? It's Black Pap the People's Paul. Black with another colorful perspective. You know, we giving the game out here. Free jewels for everybody. If you want them now, you can come through, slide through. See me when you see me now. Because I'm out here. I'm out here on major platforms. I'm screaming all day trying to get at you. I'm trying to get at you, man. You can look me up on Facebook, blackpepper.com. Look me up on Instagram. You know what I mean? Look me up on Facebook. I got you coming, man. We got you coming on my chair, man. I'm out here working hard, man. You can look me up on YouTube at the Color Folk Perspective. Hey, we shooting content daily, man. Shooting content daily. I'm out here, man. I'm out here trying to make it work, trying to see what it do. Look out for me, man. Look out for me, man. Coming to a place where you at. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. We're gonna go and get into it. Ain't no sense holding it up. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get in line. It's coming. Yeah. Yeah. How to do this here, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get in line. Yes, sir. Look out for me on YouTube. Yeah. Look out for me, man. I got it coming for you, man. I'm out here, man. I'm out here, man. For real. For real. Yeah. Shout out to you, man. You too. What's up? Yeah. Hoo-wee. Man, we shooting it out here, man. We shooting it out here. I'm on the tube, man. I got you ready, man. But before we gonna get in all that there, I give you a little taste. Give you a little taste. Like peoples. Hello. Hello. Come on now. Instagram, colorful perspective. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now. You ain't got to. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Pap. Black Pap on the Instagram. There you go. There I'm here. Yeah. Yes, sir. Come on now. PCP. Yeah. Professional cyber personality. I coined that. I coined that. Yeah. 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 You got them? Shout out to the pal. Boy, you looking good, boy. Yeah. Night. Every night. Eastern. Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah. 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 Come on, man. If I'm feeling it, I think I'm feeling it. We in there. Just like that. Boom, the cartel. Oh, you liable to get whatever you catch. We fishing. We fishing. Live. Little sip or two. Little sip or two if you bought that life. Yes, sir. Welcome to the path. Hey, welcome. Yeah. You can't do it. Yeah. Holla at 'em. Yeah. 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 Out here. We out here. Yeah. Yeah. You don't believe me? Come on, man. Come on, bite, man. Yeah. Yeah. Me, you too? You too? Is you too? Man, stop it. Yes, sir. Come on, hey, you too. Come on my chair. Working, man. Let's go and get into it. Let me cut these lights down. We're gonna go and get into it, man. What I know, froze? No, I ain't froze. I got glitchy going on. Too much pressure for him. I got pressure on him right now, boy. Too much pressure on him right now. Close this. I don't need no spin. Close this here right fast. You too. I got commercial. What you mean? You think I can't have no commercials? I got commercials. I got commercials. I got commercials. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Welcome to the we live streaming. It's over there too. What is over there too? Where you at? I'm out here. I'm out here. No, maybe YouTube, man. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm out here. Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
In your opinion. Okay, I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. I'm very traditional. But they're opening up to you, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. I'm very traditional. I don't know many my 7 years that controlling them, and I don't like it. Share my opinion. I just want to respect it. I understand that everybody is like me. Just be nice. We love listening. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very chill. I'm very nice. I never get trouble. You're very traditional? Yeah, I'm very your IG is not. Oh, I'm saying, bro. Your IG is crazy, bro. Really? Yeah, bro, that's crazy. What you put on there, huh? No, it's crazy. She let me she won't keep. Damn. What's on there?
Shout out to Fresh and Fit doing their thing. Shout out to Fresh and Fit setting a template for a youngin' to follow. I appreciate y'all, boys. Shout out to Ugly Money. Shout out to Whatever Podcast and Dawn Pensive Mind. Pensive Mind, you the Teflon. Do Better Podcast. Shout out to you. Mediocre Trivia and Review. Shout out to that big guy over there. Yo, it's information out here, man. Better yourself the best way you know how. You feel me? Yeah. And I'll tell you the only part of the show about these podcasts that I really don't like. This the part that I'm gonna go and cut the light on because I want to get in your chair. I want to get in your chest on this one, so I want to cut the light on. This the only part about the podcast that I don't like. They only got young people, young girls, young ladies. Although your perspective matter, you too young to understand really what he asking you or what he talking about. You too young, entirely too young. And this for both species coming from the pal, both genders, male and female. If you under 28 years old, you is too young to be taking anything seriously. You too young. You got no experience. Your life is still. I mean, I would tell you to practice abstinence. I would tell you to wait. I could tell you to wait, but I know you're not. Everybody out here know you're not going to wait. So all we is saying is use your brain. Use your brain and think about what you got going on because it's important. Think about what you're going on. This is the only part of those shows that I disagree with. It's always the young ladies up there. You know what I'm saying? A scripper, OnlyFans. Like nobody with the, you know what I mean? And you might sprinkle one or two out there, but for the most part, this the type of caliber that be on the show, and it troubles me. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't expect young people to think. They don't. They react. They do. They go. They live. Young folk don't think. If a young person thought about what they was really doing, they wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? So that's my only approval with these shows is the ladies is way too young, way too young to be on a public format and then be trying to talk educational to them, and then you giving them alcohol too. So it's a combination for disaster. But it makes for live, very live conversation. So let's get back to it.
Was Shaq right in his opinion? What do you think? I don't think so. No, because if you're throwing it back in your man's face, you're probably doing it to your girlfriend's faces too. So something's wrong with you. Well, let's be honest here. I'm gonna get emotional. Be honest, Shaq. They don't love you, but Cameron, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what it is. And if it may not be warranted, or it may not be what you want to do, but like things happen, you get upset. I mean, yeah, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you don't open up to anyone ever because you're scared that it's going to be thrown back in your face.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why would I open up? That's going to be a possibility that happens to me as a man. Yeah.
mean, it could happen. But let's be honest here.
Mm-hmm.
Most men that fuck their woman is seen as like a taboo because this happens all the time. So.
So you disagree with Shaq's statement? Okay. What about you?
I would say I do disagree in a sense.
Why?
Only because I feel like, actually, I take that back. I do kind of agree because you made a good point that, like, in the heat of an argument, there's always a possibility if, a woman just speaks her mind, like, very, like, irrationally, maybe, that she said something that she probably regrets. So there is a chance, but when I think about it, that's what a relationship is. It's gonna happen. So yeah. It doesn't mean that a man. It doesn't mean that a man shouldn't open up. No. Exactly. It's just a relationship.
Right, what do you think? Agree, disagree?
I know, but I've done it.
Oh shit.
It's a heat of the moment. That happens. It does happen.
Alright. Well, what about you? You agree, disagree?
I agree when he says like women, but I still stand by what I said about wife. And then when it comes to the girlfriend, I just like I said no until he really knows that that's going to be his wife. And I still believe that real vulnerability should come into me that full commitment. And then also to like kind of go back to what I was saying earlier, like this is why vulnerability in a man who's not healed can turn into something bad because you guys all were like, well, I mean, he could throw it back in my face.
I can't even pronounce your name, Akira. Welcome to the screen, though. Welcome to the screen.
So that's what I'm telling you, like, you can't want something from a man and not really know him and know what he's gone through, and then something bad can happen. It could be stupid. So I agree with that.
Okay, so you think it should be reserved for only your wife to open up?
And I think at that point you have to really know, like for example, if you're gonna marry someone where you do have like a open relationship or something where like he's successful and he wants multiple women, I don't think he should be vulnerable with any of them because he might have more than one wife, he might have whatever, he could get messy. One feels like she's more important than the other because he pillow talks her and not the other one. So at that point you just gotta stay 10 toes and not tell nobody shit. If you're gonna really be serious with one person and put in the time and everything, like actual dedication, because to be honest, even me as a woman, I'm not vulnerable unless I know that's gonna be my husband. You know what I mean? And like I haven't gotten there yet, other than what I said about to do it earlier, where I felt like that could be somebody that I could really.
So would you say that in a marriage, a woman values security probably at the highest level because now you're married to that person?
Absolutely, as well as protection.
Okay. So if you value security and protection at an even higher level in marriage, wouldn't it be counterproductive if you open up vulnerability-wise if you're the one that's tasked with protecting and securing them? Because you're showing weakness.
Mm-hmm.
But that woman depends on you to provide her security at an even higher level now because you guys are now married. So if someone is looking to you for security and strength at the highest level because now you guys are married, wouldn't it be counterproductive to open up and be vulnerable?
I don't believe so. And the reason why is because if my husband did that for me, and it was something that I really needed him to do that for, I would actually see him as strong because that took a lot, you know?
That's a good point, but what if she thinks opposite? Oh, not my nigga is weak. I don't like that.
That's not how that is. It's not how that is. Why would I look at him like that?
You are having an example.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna assume that if I open up to you, it could be either way. But then I jeopardize my relationship because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Then also you gotta look at like women overwhelmingly initiate divorces and breakups. And on top of that, I could lose half my money, lose my alimony, lose my kids, have to pay child support, and I'm the one that's tasked with securing. So like, why would I put all of that up to risk and be vulnerable to you when you might not take it the right way?
Well, I think a lot of the women who initiate these divorces and things like that, in my personal opinion, it's kind of obvious from the beginning. Like, yeah, she has good qualities and good traits, but there's things she's asking for, she wants that. At some point, if you don't have it, she probably won't stick around.
But can you agree as well? Women fall in love, and it's all love. So they don't love you at the beginning, but let's say you get that, you tend to be not as productive as you used to be. She falls out of love. So at the
And
end,
we get bored in relationships way faster than men do.
So you might not really know at the beginning that she would love you all the way, but it might change.
I think if a woman falls out of love with you, she never loved you to begin with. I think that, to be 100% honest, because I think love is, real love is like forever. Like, even if that person, it wasn't to work out.
Do you think it's unconditional?
My love is unconditional.
You're single.
So hold on.
No, but listen, you wanna know why?
I got you.
Why?
You wanna know why? Okay, go ahead.
You're a man that you love. What if he hits you? Are you gonna say? I said, oh, it's unconditional.
Here's the thing. So
Remember, you was up here.
I know. And here's the thing. And this is like, I hope I can say this online and it's not gonna sound crazy because I don't condone
Don't say it.
violence, right?
Don't say it. I know what you want to say.
Okay. Yeah. I won't say it.
She was justified. Okay, say it.
No. Just what I was gonna say is, again, if I'm putting myself in a position where I'm with someone who might have some sort of issue or might have whatever, but I want to work through that. Like, I'm not talking about full-blown abuse. I'm not talking about, getting like super hit or anything like that. But if you're doing something crazy and you're putting your hands on him, if you're wilding out and he slams you real quick, why are you now going to be like, hey, oh my God, what are you doing to me? Like, I'm going to sit my pretty ass down. And I'll be like, I just did some shit to get this man out of here. Let me give him some space. That's why I said it's a sticky thing to say. But I'm just being honest. If I'm married and I have children, I'm not saying I'll put up with everything, but I don't think I would leave if we cheated. I don't think I would leave like right away. You feel me? Because where I'm at in life, I don't attract that kind of energy. You know what I mean? Like, men don't treat me that way. Where is he? I mean, we stopped talking. It was like right when my mom passed away, so I kind of wanted to leave that like in the back end of things because it was too painful for me to continue to bring somebody who saw me go through so much after we broke up. Like, I was like, no, he wasn't the one. Not the recent ex. I'm talking about the one from 5 years ago. I consider him my actual
See,
ex.
I like what you're saying, but you didn't answer the question. You know why? Because ultimately,
Well, because I don't want to say that I'm condoning something, but yes, I would say because it's not about, like I said, I'm not talking full-blown abuse, but sometimes people get out of character and they do things that they regret. And if I love this man and I'm serious and I brought him out of character, I gotta sit with that and reflect on me. Like I said,
you're moving it because you're saying he gets punished. It's right if you get him out of character. What if you don't do anything?
Oh no, that's
You get
different.
drunk. He said, you know what? I'm messed up in life. I hate my life now. I want to change. This change is random. Are you gonna say?
Yeah, no. But that's what I'm saying. I think unconditionally love. If you're gonna, like I said, that's abuse now because you're bringing alcohol into it. You're bringing things that are like. No, it is, but that's not that. Come on, that has to be like there's a limit. Remember earlier we were talking about boundaries. That's crazy.
Unconditional love is
Exactly.
unconditional.
Yeah.
What do I have to say to unconditionally love him? Can I love him forever and nothing?
Well, you need it. So there's a condition. See,
My
that's
love,
the whole point here. Listen.
But that doesn't mean you don't love
You got
somebody.
it. No, you got it. You right then. I guess I have a little condition.
All right. What about you? Do you agree with Shaq?
No.
You don't want him.
So I know a little bit of Shaq's history in dating, and he doesn't have a successful relationship. I think me seeing my parents literally, I'm not saying this or that, I think me seeing two human beings meet at 17 and 19, create a family. My parents were young, so I went through everything with them, and I can say the reason why my parents are still together, both my grandparents are still together, is because of accepting each other's flaws and all. Literally.
So you said Shaq. You disagree with Shaq because you seen his own personal
No,
relationship.
I know. What I'm saying is that it makes sense. He hasn't had like a successful relationship, and that makes sense. I think if a man feels that way, one, that's fair. So you can't. No one is right or wrong for not. That means he's never had that kind of love before. I believe so. I believe that means that he hasn't met the one. Because when you meet the one, they allow you to be yourself, human to human. It doesn't even matter whether you're my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my wife, my husband. Who are you? And I want you to feel comfortable enough. I think that's why they say we should be friends before anything. And that's what I believe. So I believe if you're married to somebody, how do you get past the best friend stage? How do you get past the friend stage? So if it's your friend or your best friend, you should be able to be vulnerable with them. Not completely vulnerable to where you're telling them everything, but at least to where I can get to know you, you can get to know me, what hurts you, what triggers you, because that's how I can know what not to bring up, what not to say. And if the person really loves you, they're not going to do that.
No,
They're not
because the
gonna.
first thing you said was like Shaq doesn't have a successful relationship.
No, I don't think that he. Yeah, I know about like a few of them that he.
Would it be that it wasn't successful? Maybe he got rid of the girl, or what was it? Why was it not successful?
Well, Shaq cheated a lot. Okay. Yeah, so no, I'm not saying that. But if you're cheating and then you don't want to be vulnerable with somebody, why are you in a relationship? That means you're having someone fulfill your needs, which is okay if that's what you want as a man, but you can't get mad when you don't have a successful
What's
relationship.
happening, King Rara?
That's how you want to carry yourself.
What's happening, Mega Fade? What's happening? Welcome to the screen.
I was looking to get a new truck, so I raised my credit scores with experience.
Hey man, we all got commercial breaks. We got commercial breaks. We got to pay the sponsors, man. Pay the sponsors. You understand what I'm saying? Man, pay the sponsors, man.
You're gonna leave me for a woman who has boundaries and standards.
Wait a minute.
Ah.
Your parents, right, are still together. Now, back in their day, when you was pretty young, how old are your parents?
50.
Well, let's say your mom's staying with your dad, right? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because she understands duty, probably, right? She understands that even though her husband cheated on you, to a family.
So no, so maybe this is why my mom came out of a very toxic household. And I'm a recording artist, number one, so I don't mind sharing things, and I will never hurt anybody that I love. But my mom came from an alcoholic family, and I don't think she was taught. So when she met my father, she was very unemotional to love. She was unemotional to everything. But she was sexually assaulted as a young kid, and she had 5 daughters, so she did not want to leave my dad. And I believe that God, above all, I believe that that led her to not leaving him, but it ended up her being able to work with him. Now, it could be any reason that you stay with a person.
Okay, let's look up outside of your family. There's grandparents and parents that are still together, and the guy cheated. Why is it still there? It's because they understand he is very important. So I get it. She had a really bad past and a lot of trauma, but she understands what it is to be with somebody long term. Nowadays, what happens? You meet somebody, you get bored, you get fat.
Yeah, we don't stick things out anymore at all.
You know why? Exhaustion. You know what? You don't know what I want. I'm gonna leave. But that part of staying with duty is gone.
But that's why we're all 30 and single. Because when younger back in the days, it was like, it was standard. It wasn't like, so those standards to kind of like want to be in a relationship, you have to like be in a family, that kind of kept you from just leaving because you can. You leave now because you feel like you can. Like, oh, I'm somebody better. But that's not true because.
But hold on, you mentioned earlier one. There's no one. It's you choose to do it. Because by default, people change.
Yeah, but see, the one could be, I chose the one. It doesn't mean like the one that's the only person. I don't believe in that. I believe in the one that you choose to be with. My parents stuck together because they chose.
What's up, Day Day?
They decided.
Deal, Day Day. What up, Kelly? Welcome to the screen. Welcome to the screen.
I'm just saying it's a choice. And you just want to leave somebody because they're cheated. That's the choice you're making. But in reality speaking, let's be honest here. Many of them do what they do regardless. So you leave them because you cheated. I mean, why?
See, that's why my mom was a goat. I don't know. She understood that, and I didn't understand that. But I think my mom understood. Okay, I have 5 daughters, and like I said, that's why her fear, her standards kept her from just going out and doing whatever because she wanted to, because there was more.
But even better, you're in the industry. Gucci man, Gucci girl, right? You understand how things work.
They come down south. I'm talking
What happening, Meatloaf? Welcome to the screen. What happening, my boy?
I'm not saying she does anything, but let's be honest here. She's in the industry. This is gonna happen. She's staying there. Why she's staying there? She understands. I made a choice. He's one for me. You know, it's a choice.
Yo, what's happening, my man?
Whatever. Everybody has a boundary. Everybody has. My mom taught me that from younger, and that's what she. So my mom explained this to me with my dad. Her dad was an alcoholic and he was abusive. So my mom taught me, because of course she has 4 daughters, so we want to know why you're staying around. My mom said everybody has limits. You have hard cars and something that say absolutely nothing. So she said with my father, what she wanted to do, she didn't want to be with someone who's abusive, and she didn't want to be with alcohol. So personally, that's something that she didn't mind. Like the lady used to call my mom's house. My mom used to be like, I have a house, I have a car, I don't care about that woman. But that was my mom's view. So, would that work for me? Maybe not. But do I learn from my mom? Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Well,
because she's, I don't know, it's like, I feel like I'm on MTV or some shit.
No, I get what you're saying, Doctor. But hopefully it'll change here. It's like, when you spitting your eyes.
Okay, what about you? Do you disagree with Shaq's statement or no?
So lots of Shaq.
He said, don't open up because you're going to throw it to your face. Don't be vulnerable when you go to it.
Yeah, I agree with him. I think women are very emotional and men are very logical. And I respectfully disagree with you. I mean, my dad, I mean, my mom's been a stay-at-home mom for like over 20 years, and I was raised with that. And I think, I don't know, my dad busted his ass off, and I've never really seen my dad been vulnerable or emotional. He gets it done for the family. Like, that's it. I don't know. And I think my dad's definitely the prize. My mom just stuck around for the family, and that's that.
No offense, but would you disagree with me with those?
I haven't lived, like, it's hard for me to relate to your life, but yeah, it's hard for me to relate to you. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh no, so it's hard for you to relate. You don't disagree, but it's hard for you to relate. That's two different.
I'm just saying, like, based on Shaq, like, I don't know, like, based on my dad, like, I agree, like, my dad's definitely just, you know,
She disagrees that men shouldn't open up. Because you're saying men should open up.
I'm not used to a man opening up because my dad's just very logical. He gets shit done. Like, my mom's very, like, emotional, and I if my dad ever, I would, my mom's extremely emotional, so I don't expect him to
I
open up.
also think to each his own. We all was born a whole bunch of different ways. In 17 years that no one can account for. You can't tell two people to act the same.
But hold on.
You know?
You're using the excuse of your past trauma to determine your future actions. Can we agree that, like, it's your choice ultimately?
What do you mean, mine? Because I didn't.
No, I'm saying in general.
Mhm.
Because you always say, for example, you had trauma, your mom trauma. Yeah, it's a choice you make. You can overcome that, and you chose for yourself.
No, I already chose for myself. I'm talking about my parents. That has nothing to do with me. I decided to wait until I grew up. I think us in America, we make everything about relationships, and we don't really make things about learning ourselves. I think that's why when they say unconditional love, it's hard to say unconditional love because the person doesn't even know themselves. So how are you going to tell somebody to unconditional love me and I don't even know myself? I think that as time, I think that's why, even though a lot of us are pushing 30 and single, I think the world is different. I think we're taught to know each other. And I think that when you get to know yourself, then you can choose who to be with. This works for me, this doesn't work for me. But if you're like, okay, I like you and you like me, let's just be together, and you don't even know, like, even though I like you and you're fine, I'm attracted to you. But yeah, but you know, I don't know your household. I don't know what you were raised. I don't know your values. I don't know if what you've been through is what I've been through. So you might think this way because that's how she was born and I was born different. So that's why I told her, please don't feel bad, because I know that how I was raised, what I know for sure was not how everyone else was raised.
What do you think of that? All right. What about you? Did you have something like that? Okay, but you agree with Shaq on the not showing vulnerability.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think life's that complicated. I think that
just to each their own.
Really, though, I mean, I just think
my childhood was complicated.
Yeah. I don't think life's that
I don't know.
complicated. I think it's just, well, I don't know.
She's saying,
Well, we're two different cultures, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things
Did you guys
about
let her speak, please? Go on, you're going to say.
I don't know. I don't think life's that complicated. I think, like, as women, we're just like, I don't know. Like, I personally, me, like, I'm just worried about, like, getting to the age where my ex ran out. I just want to have kids ASAP. I want to be a mom.
She wants kids, man.
Yeah, I definitely want kids. Yeah, I don't know.
You might be
I'm
watching.
just
She's
worried
like,
that my
it's
mom.
a little different in minority communities.
I don't really want to find myself anyway. I think I just.
It's not an
I'm
excuse.
being honest. It's not an excuse, but it's honesty.
Excuse me. Stop saying that.
What?
Do you
No.
think, I have a question for you. Do you think that your parents' dynamic has had, like, you know, to do with why you view things the way that you do?
Absolutely. That's why I just said I can't expect somebody to agree. But my parents' dynamic is what's supposed to dictate.
No, it's not.
No, but
You're
it's supposed to have an
dictate
influence. Yeah, but
No.
no.
No, not
Since
at all.
you were born, the person that you learn from is your parents.
But you
So
said-
whether
you
no,
just said
so have I
as an
spent
adult,
time trying to
you need to
reverse
choose for
that?
yourself.
Exactly, because I've been yes, but from birth to 17, 18, rightfully so, we are not allowed to make our decisions. So if you were born with a mom that was a whore, and she was just a whore, you can play the music, and that's what you learn. Yes, you can make a decision because that doesn't resonate with you. You can say, I don't want to do that with myself, but if you're used to it, yes, it has some influence on
on you. Duh. If you spend 5 years in a relationship, you're influenced by that person. They say you start talking like that person. So why wouldn't your 17 years of growth have anything to do? Of course you can make that's my parents were 17 and 19. I don't have any kids yet on purpose because I wanted to get to know myself. I've seen what happened when you don't know yourself when you're in a relationship and you're together. And my parents had to get to know themselves through each other, and I didn't want to do that. So,
All right.
But I think your mom knows herself though. Like you said earlier, your mom chose.
and my mom learned herself. She was not the woman that she was growing up that she is now.
But she
She
still
accept it now, and then actually, to be honest, after talking to her daughters like me and my sisters telling her, Mom, you don't have to accept that. We actually taught my mom and we helped her. And no, but my father loves her now because now he's not cheating on her. Before my mom was Puerto Rican, she thought if I fold your clothes and I do everything and I fix your toes, that you're not gonna cheat on me. No, my father wanted someone to hold him accountability, to hold him accountable. My father's like 53, something like that.
Okay, we got it. All right, what about you, Ms. Boga?
I would say there's, yeah. So I would say 3 different things. Like, for example, if we're just talking about Shaq. Shaq comes, I mean, he's entitled to his own opinion, right? Everyone is. But he also comes, like, I feel like in the fame-wise, and when you're in that light, you have to be more cautious about your feelings and about sharing things, unfortunately, because not everyone is good. So I do think that, his opinion is just different from mine. And that's it. I feel like he can say that because he, lives in a light also that's, very, everyone can hear and see everything.
Celebrity status?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So then that happens, but then, I think it's, I also go back to, if you are, having someone be vulnerable in front of you and then throwing it back on them, there's, some internal issues with you, because if you can't control that and be mature, then, you need to reevaluate your life, because that's just, toxic. If you're throwing things out, I'm throwing things out, then why are we in a relationship, But it can happen, but,
Are you calling women toxic?
everyone's toxic. Yeah.
No, what you said.
I don't think everyone's toxic.
No, I'm not everyone can be toxic, right? But I don't think they can be toxic.
Yeah,
There's
depends on your point of view.
yeah,
I
it
think
depends on
everyone's
your
point
point of view.
Yeah, but if that's the case, everyone could be a killer. We can
We
just
can all
sit here
have
and say,
it.
"Well,
I
I
think
think
that
that
you
toxic."
can be someone who's vulnerable with you. And
Wait, so did you agree or disagree with Shaq? Sorry.
Okay, so there was 3 parts to it. I would
Just
say, I would say disagree but also because
Is that
I'm just his status, right? He's a celebrity status. He has to be a bit more quiet and maybe he was taught to be more reservative and cautious. But good for him if he wants to not show his feelings. Hopefully he finds whatever he's looking for. But I think it's okay to show. But then I also mentioned that if you're throwing out vulnerable things that someone shared with you, there's an issue. There's why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why I'm sharing something personal with you? Why are you using it as an attack? There's an issue. You need to figure out why you do that.
Which is why
It's not nice.
Who was at fault? The person that shared the information or the person that went ahead and decided to take that information and use it against them? Who's at fault?
Okay, so this is a tricky question, because if that person doesn't know they're at fault, then they're going to continue to do that. And if the person they're with maybe doesn't recognize that, then it's I think that's, if that makes sense, you can be doing something and you're not aware of it, and maybe it could be work through a conversation. If that person doesn't be like, hey, I told you that in confidence, now you're throwing at me, that's what are you doing? That's not nice,
So you disagree?
Communicate and talk about it.
So if people could do that, wouldn't it be fair to say that advice is preventative?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Because you're saying there's people out there that are capable and will use it against you, right?
Yeah,
So-
I've heard of
so-
things.
But you're saying you disagree, even though this advice is preventative.
I don't understand. I'm sorry. Can you just
he's saying the advice from Shaq helped prevent that from happening. That's a
by
big
not
problem.
sharing yourself? Yeah, but why are you gonna live your life with not being your authentic self? I think that's the issue here. I do think this is the biggest issue. A lot of people suppress themselves.
Yeah, the
And,
biggest.
I don't know, whatever. But
So you still disagree, even though it's preventative advice?
yeah, sure. But everyone's entitled to live their life the way that they want. So if you want to never share your feelings, okay, don't You know, if you do, like maybe beautiful things can come from it, but it's just like you're.
Did she say beautiful?
What he said, right? What he says could be just there because he's in the spotlight, and he
She
doesn't
said
have to do that,
beautiful.
you know, if he doesn't want to. You know,
Beautiful
I mean,
things can happen.
I don't think you can use him as like a marker. Yeah.
But we're saying, do you think the price is good for the show?
Well, he's successful. I mean, I think we should take advice from someone who's not successful. But then in relationships,
Yeah, so every time you get in your car, you can get in a car accident. So it's like, why not ever get in my car because I think I can get in a car accident?
But aside from Shaq,
What? Did you just say that?
Super successful, and let's say he brings you to like a work event, and now you were mad at him before that. You know something, and you make a scene. It's like that is still a liability. That's still an issue that whether you're a celebrity or not, a man can face. I think what Shaq was trying to do was give advice for a man to become as successful as he is, regardless if it's in a relationship or not. I think it's helped him because he could have definitely suffered with the women that he's been involved with.
I guess if he didn't follow, so that has to be very specific to men that are in spotlight.
No, because there's women that are very successful that women just gravitate towards because they're over there. They smell good, they look good, they got money, they got the car, they got the energy, and like it doesn't matter if you're on TV. Like it's like, let's say you go like I'm not sure if you're single, but let's say you were single and you go somewhere like upscale, you're gonna scan the room. As women, that's what we do. You scan the
You
room.
made a good point. Most women are going to want the guy's status.
You know what I
So
mean?
the default, top tier guys get all the women.
Yeah, and regardless whether you're famous or not, like I know men that are, like my mentor, for example, he's a wonderful man. He's been in my life for like 4 or 5 years. He's married.
Yo, NYC. Welcome to the live. Meat low, keep it hopping. That's what's up. Oh boy. Welcome to the screen, man. Yeah, welcome to the screen, man. We shooting content right now. I got my YouTube channel pumping. Look out for the colorful perspective, man. It's Black Pepper, the people's pepper, bringing you a fresh perspective with them boys from Fresh and Fit Podcast. Check them out on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. Man, it's very informative, man.
Women who don't want to be with a high value man.
But I think a lot of those women aren't happy eventually. Like the women that I know that aren't with, I'm not saying that you have to be the 1%, right? But like, if there's things within him that she wished, like just like I want to change in me, I wish he was better. I wish he had more motivation. Why not just get with someone who's already there? Like you can help the person or whatever. But if they have the ambition and they want it, is one thing. But if that man doesn't want it, why are you trying to change it?
I can be the first to tell you I've been with men who are successful, and yeah, that might not be the issue. I don't have to worry about finances. I don't have to worry about money, but there's a lot of other issues that come along with it. That another woman with a regular guy, like when I was younger in high school, I was with my ex. Girls used to be like, "Oh, you're dating him, and you're so lucky," and I used to be like, "No, because I have to deal with this, and this."
But that's what I'm saying about people trying to change people.
I feel like, well, I was with a 3-time Olympian. He was just a grown man. Whatever.
I feel like exceptional man come with like exceptional problems.
I always tell myself that.
That's a very good point. Real quick, what about you? Thoughts on Shaq's statement here? Disagree or agree?
I don't really agree, especially after we kind of had that conversation. You're like, girls can throw it in your face. I'm actually not a vulnerable person because I've had it thrown in my face so much back then. And I also want to say that I think vulnerability and a lack of control over your emotions are two different things. It's almost like we're grouping emotional and vulnerability as the same thing.
What did they throw in your face? What did they throw in your face?
Oh, like an argument's like, oh, why don't you fix the problems with your dad before you come at me about what I'm...
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like...
Okay. What did you start the argument with? Because you said before you come at me, XYZ. So you started the argument?
No, they told her.
Yeah, like if we were in an argument about whatever, like my ex was cheating on me ridiculously, like whatever stuff, I was like, why are you liking these girls' pictures or whatever? He's like, why don't you fix whatever you got going on with your dad?
No, I have a
Fix your daddy issues before you come at me.
Hold on. Did you make more than those guys?
That's the guy she was supporting.
I have a question for you. What if
Yeah. That's what.
what if the thing that's happening, honestly, what if, like, let's say a man says, okay, I have a problem controlling my emotions when something makes me uncomfortable, and we're having an uncomfortable situation, and then literally they're doing what they expressed. Now, if you say, well, hey, now you're doing what you told me, so it's not throwing it in the person's face, but it's kind of like, hey, you remember when you told me that you had this problem? Like, all right, example, Max would say sorry all the time, sorry. We get into an argument, and he would do the same thing that he would say sorry to. So I would say, so why when after we're arguing you're sorry, but while we're in the argument, I'm the worst person in the world. So how do you like? Is it a problem? Is it toxic?
I
Like,
get
if
what
you-
you're saying,
yeah.
and like for him,
And I'm being
I
great
take it
girl,
as him
not-
throwing it in my face because I don't think I have issues with my dad. Like I haven't spoken to my dad in a very long time, and maybe people think of that as an issue, but I don't have hate towards my dad. I just know that he has work to do. He needs things that he needs to fix before he's able back into my life. So for him to be throwing that in my face when I don't, I don't talk about my dad. I don't worry like. So it's him throwing it in my face. And again, like you're saying, I was providing for this man, so it was really just his insecurities. He was just attacking me because
It's your choices, man.
Yeah.
But I think that's also, but I think that
And
is,
you were probably, because here's the thing, because we're not stupid, man. When women are in a provider situation with a man, they become insufferable. You guys become bitchy, annoying. You have a real level of discontent with the individual. You're always nagging him. You're annoying as hell. You might not know this, but that's what happens when women get in their mask when they're providing for the guy.
I can see that.
So you were accusing him of liking pictures or whatever. He probably got fed up with you, got annoyed, and then he threw that comment.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying that was appropriate. But
But what if he said like, "Hey, you're having a problem talking to me right now. This is the same issue that you go through with your father. Like, would that be an issue? Like, if he's genuinely pointing out, like, hey, you're
my dad was
uncomfortable."
just very.
bro, there's nothing
And
to
just
talk about. The relationship was fucked. She was providing for a bum.
Yeah.
That's
I was gonna
why
say, I think
the
this is
dynamic
where,
was already out
That's
from
not-
the
You're right,
beginning.
because there are a lot of issues there.
Because when women are providing for men, they become terrible people. Like
Yeah.
she
No,
probably
and
was
I'm
being
calling
bitchy
him
and
out
annoying.
cheating, but that's
Yeah.
not the issue I had with my father. My father was very physically abusive. So like
No.
him throwing that back is not the same thing.
I was just talking in general, like anyone, like if you say, okay,
Alright,
bringing it up is toxic, but if you say,
Alright,
hey, this is the same thing
that's-
you're
okay. It's a relationship that was
Can I
doomed
just
to
make
begin in the beginning.
one
because
little point that,
anytime a woman's in a breadwinner position providing for a guy and he doesn't work and she's paying all the bills, she's gonna become crappy and annoying and resentful. It is what it
And
is.
of
Women are not
course,
meant to provide for men.
As a man being in that position, he's gonna act some different way.
Yeah, he's gonna be feminine and he's doing that dumb shit that he did. Like, oh, that's why you don't talk to your dad. Some dumb shit like that. Because she's being annoying.
Yeah.
But which rightfully so, she's paying all the bills. So
But
anyway.
anyway, he's not being faithful. Like I think that's a right
Because he doesn't feel, for example, in that position, he can't be a man for himself.
being vulnerable.
I can tell the ways to
Yeah.
He was being
take
vulnerable.
responsibility for his
That's
actions.
what we're trying to
So it's
say,
kind of-
like,
Yeah.
No, and anytime he opened up to me about anything, I was totally okay with
I
that.
know,
I think lack of emotions is different than vulnerability.
No, but
Vulnerability is being open to your weaknesses, whereas being emotional is
That's what I
acting out.
Okay, I got a question for the girls. All right. So we have three scenarios here. Okay. And I want you to pick the scenario that's the most attractive to you. All right. So please pay attention. Three different scenarios. Number one, your man gets fired from his job, cries, gives up for a little bit, but you support him for 6 months and he gets up on his feet. Right. That's scenario one. Scenario two. He gets fired. He cries to you. You get very involved in helping him find a job and he gets back on his feet. Or scenario number three, which is your man got fired from his job, didn't say a fucking word about it, got another job, and made ends meet anyway. You never knew about it. You found out after the fact that he found another job and did all this behind your back. What's the most attractive of the three scenarios? One more time for you guys, hold on. Scenario one, gets fired, cries, gives up for a period of time, and then you support him for 6 months before he gets on his feet. Scenario two, gets fired, cries about it a little bit, shows some vulnerability, and then you get heavily involved in helping him find another job and get back on his feet. Or scenario number one, or three in this case, is he loses his job, has the problem, you don't find out about it, he secretly finds another job, makes ends meet anyway, and you find out after the fact, months later, that he had gone for the job.
What's up, Melody? What's up, Melody? Welcome to the screen. Welcome to the screen. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm gonna pause right there, YouTube. I'm gonna pause right there. I'm gonna hit the lights on. I'm gonna get my screen pumping because it's getting good. It's getting good. We 50 minutes in on set with Black Pappy, the colorful perspective. We out here, man. We out here. We screaming on multiple platforms. Hey, I'm in the lab, man. Bringing you the colorful perspective. Let me shout out to my screamers who fell off in here. Meat Low got it jumping. Melanie Farrah, hey girl, thanks for joining the screen. Dada Kelly, King, rah, rah. Y'all, Mega Fade, appreciate you for joining. My man over here, who this is over here? What's going on over here? Yeah, your name too long, my boy. Akira, welcome to the screen. Like I said, man, we out here YouTube. I took a break because it's getting good. You hit him with a scenario. It's a lot of valid points. That's why I love watching these type of podcasts, man. They bringing that information to you. Never before could you sit down with such a panel and just openly discuss. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody trying to holler. Ain't nobody trying to finesse. We just trying to find out what you think. What you think? Shite was on to something. Shite was on to something, but I feel like so was the ladies too. You on to something like why even do it if you got to be like that, if you can't be vulnerable. But on the other hand, what the freak is a man doing being vulnerable? They ain't got time to be vulnerable out here, Chief. Got to get it up and uh, uh, forgive my breathing, but uh, uh, and get it in. There ain't no time sitting around. Oh, boo boo. No, ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. But hey, welcome to the screen. Welcome to the live show, YouTube. I appreciate you for opening up a window. Let me chase my dream to become the first ever African American PCP, professional cyber personality. Man, Black Panther, the People's Paw. I'm bringing you that fresh perspective, man. That raw, that real. You need to hear this here. I don't think it's circulated enough. I don't think it's circulated enough. I don't think you getting it off your chest like you're supposed to get it off your chest. I think some of these content creators is really shaking up the game and ain't calling it fair. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna let you get back to it. We're gonna let the commercial play. Cause I got commercials too. We all got commercials. We gotta pay to support us. Yes, sir. I'm gonna let you get back to it, but make sure you pay attention to the scenario now. Which one more attractive, ladies? If you're in here, which one more attractive? Huh? You get fired, you get depressed. 6 months, you gotta take care. They bite with it. Let's go.
I think it's to me, I think it's obvious. Obviously, the most attractive would be if he just hustled it out and did it himself. However, I don't think the other two options are unattractive either. If we're going by what's most attractive, though, definitely the last
All
one.
right. What about you?
Definitely not the last one. Oh, sorry. Definitely not the last one.
Where he figured it out and just handled it without saying anything?
Yeah, that just for me is kind of like when you're in a relationship, it's communication, and I want to know that kind of stuff. And if you're not communicating, that's like weird
So
energy.
which one is it then?
So I would say, okay, so the first, yeah, I would say between the first two, because you don't necessarily.
Which one is it? One you support him for 6 months, the other one is you get super involved in helping him find another job.
You can do both. Absolutely, because you don't have to devote yourself to doing it, but you do want your man to.
Just pick one.
Were you support him for 6 months, or the one where you
Just pick
actively
one.
help him find a job because you couldn't do it yourself?
I would say both, but if you really want me to pick one, like I wouldn't mind helping or
Okay.
just kind of like figuring it out as a team. But it is good to see, some.
Okay. So option two for you.
I'm in between. No, 1 and 2 together.
Okay. What about you?
I think the last one. I think the man's job is simply to just
Figure it out.
provide.
Okay. Okay.
Get it done.
Which one is the most attractive of the three?
I do think that it's attractive to just figure things out on yourself, by yourself. Providing. All right, so I do believe in like helping, but I think
Just pick one and shut
each
up.
person bare minimum should provide for themselves. So I'm not providing for a man, but I'll be there and I'll be supportive.
Pick one and shut up.
I think between option
Or the
one
last one I described.
and number 3.
The last one. Okay. What about you?
Uh,
Which is the most attractive of the three?
For me, it would be number 3 because I would feel like he actually cares about not putting extra stress on me. My goal in life is to take care of my children, homeschool them, all of that, and stay home. So if I'm already investing all this time in
TMI.
me doing that for you is
TMI.
What about you?
definitely number 3.
Okay. What about you?
I actually picked number 2 only because I think that
You're getting heavily involved in helping him find a job because he can't do it on his own?
yeah.
Wow.
Only because I think that, especially if we're married, I think that
You'd want that stress?
think it'll build our relationship even more.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think it'll build it or hurt it?
I think it'll build it.
And it
If
depends
I
on
really
the
do
handle
love him,
stress
especially
too.
if we're married, I wouldn't mind that. I would say, but I would say I would hesitant if we had kids.
If we have your emotions and able to like let it flow and like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe you're feeling this way, we gotta do it
And
together.
I think
like,
that
it's
at the end, our relationship will come up.
yeah,
really
you become stronger.
But like, imagine if your man looked at you and literally like, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're fucked.
Like,
That shit's
It's scary.
That shit's scary, and especially if you're not. A lot of the women want to be provided for and aren't the ones who are having fun with it.
In that scenario, you become the man, though. You know, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm helping him. I'm just helping him find a job.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
you're
like
the
I'm
problem solver.
financially.
You're being masculine.
Yeah.
But what happens
Gotta
like
do
if
what you gotta do
someone like
sometimes.
gets
Right.
like
So you want option two. You don't want him to figure it out. You want to be involved in helping him find a job and take on that stress.
Thank you, Myra.
It's just helping him find a job and all I'm doing the job for him.
Okay, but in that meantime, where he doesn't have a job, are you going to step up and pay bills and shit?
If I have to.
If
If I have to.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. What about you? Figure it out on his own. Okay. What about you? Figure it out on his own. Okay. So I just find it interesting how, when it's a situation where you're dependent upon this man, you guys all went for an option where he just figures it out on his own and gets it done, and not necessarily opening it up to you. Because here's the thing. I agree with Shaq 100%. Where you guys are saying, oh no, open up to me or whatever, but I don't think a man should ever open up to a woman because women are terrible people when they have leverage and when they think that they can have one up on you. And I think as a man's job, right, as a masculine individual, is to control your emotions because they might come out in a raw form that a woman's not prepared to deal with. I think masculine problems are to be dealt with masculine figures, which is you, your guy friends, etc. I don't think men should ever defer to women when they're in a situation like that because women are not security providers. You even said to yourself, well, I'll help women stuff, but that's for a period of time, and that's because women are not naturally providers. They don't want to go sit there and provide for a man long term. If they do, they end up in a really fucked up relationship like she did. So my thing is, I look at it as if I'm supposed to be the leader, I'm supposed to be the dominant one. I'm the one that's responsible for protecting and providing for you. It's my job to make sure that you're secure, and a big part of you being secure is me being secure in myself to handle shit and not bringing problems to your front door and having you deal with my masculine problems. That puts you in a very uncomfortable situation, especially if we have kids or we have a family, whatever. I'm responsible for that. So if I'm sitting here bringing my problems to you when it's not, quite frankly, your problem, it can cause issues. And I think a big problem why so many relationships fail is because men aren't providers, they're not protectors, and they think that it's okay to open up to their women. But this is some new age faggotry that makes men soft. And I don't think men are men because they think it's okay to open up to women. I don't think it's okay to open up to women because women are emotional. And since you guys are emotional, you might not be able to deal with our problems the same way that we deal with ours. And I think, on a man, it's your job to not be emotional in front of your girl, at least, and control your emotions.
Wow. Ladies, do you know what place has the most emotional men? Perfect. On planet Earth.
wait.
I'm going to say it again. Do you know what places in America, or for example, the world, have the most emotional men? Anybody know?
In
Maybe
America.
Prison.
Really?
So those guys said, you know what, fuck it. Emotions, I'm letting it out. And they end up in jail. So you want emotions, you don't understand how to make an actual act help. What cannot happen to you in that scenario?
Yeah, like some guys, will scream when they get angry. Some guys will, cry uncontrollably. Some guys will punch walls. Some guys will enact violence.
You never know.
So
So
women say they want.
vulnerability is just emotions.
I think
Because I view vulnerability like opening up to someone,
Yeah.
not necessarily crying.
Yeah, I
or
think
getting
emotional
angry.
intelligence is not the
See.
same thing as like emotion.
But you guys don't get it. That like when you're opening up and you're vulnerable, like emotions are raw. They can't be. A lot of times, they might show the rear its ugly head in a way where they might not be able to control it. That's what I'm saying. Like it's better to just control them and deal with them as a man. Or if you are going to open up to other men that will understand your struggles. Like
I do agree with
women
that.
don't understand the masculine experience, and the reason why you guys don't understand the masculine experience is because you guys are women, and that's fine. But men have a way harder life than women do, especially in 2024, than women do. So you guys are not going to understand the pressures that we go through and the problems that we have to deal with. So I don't think it really benefits me to tell you my problems because all it's going to do is make you lose the surety in me. It's going to make you lose confidence in me. It's going to make you stressed out because now, I don't know what I'm going to do. What the fuck? I'm responsible for this family, and I'm telling you, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Right.
Women are hardwired to be attracted to men that have their shit together and are leaders and are dominant. there's a reason why like women look for men taller, stronger, make more money, confident, ambitious. These are all security features, right? Women look for security value. Location value. You guys want survival value. So,
my boy, I'm gonna stop it right there. Cause we out here, man. We out here. Hey, shout out to Fresh and Fit. Shout out to my screamers going. Shout out to my YouTube channel popping right now. Hey, man, look, man, I had a good time with y'all again. YouTube, I appreciate y'all letting me come through, swing through. Hey, I always have informative shows. Hey, this thing is really, it's serious out here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what we doing. I don't know what. Hey, I don't know what may transpire, but what I do know, what I do know is with that colorful perspective, you finna get some truth. You finna get some truth, man. For real. I hear in this podcast arena, they tripping. They tripping. They telling how it ain't, what it shouldn't be, what it supposed to be, what it might be. Man, you finna get what it is over here. You finna get what it is over here. You understand me? I'm trying to get to you just how you like it, man. Hey, you too. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the Colorful Perspective, man. I'm trying to put shorts up there, reels up there, videos up there. I'm trying to produce at a mass quantity. I want to reach directly to you. I want you to see some of this stuff, man. Tell me how you feel about it. Because if you feel like I do, we need to have a talk. I'm calling for the YouTube to call for an open panel discussion. Open panel. Man, it is getting hard out here, man. It's getting hard out here to even communicate. And I found YouTube getting out this window for people to talk, speak how they want to, think how they want to. Hey, man, it's exposing season. I'm going on an exposing spree. This is Black Panther, the People's Paw, man. I'm bringing you the latest clips, viral. We search YouTube for the most outrageous thing they could say. Y'all heard them. Man, y'all heard them. I ain't got. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. Shout out to Ugly Money, man. Shout out to YouTube. YouTube, this is a powerful tool. Boy. Yes, sir. I can figure out how to fix a car. I can figure out how to set up my show. I can figure out how to record my. Listen, I'm back with the colorful perspective, man. It's Black Panther, the People's Paw. I'm gonna go and stop it right here. Look at me on Facebook. Look at me on Instagram. I'm out here with the colorful perspective, man. You see me in the back. I'm, do- I'm doing the best I can with what I got. If you don't like it, go on over there to where you was. I'm doing the best I can. I'm screaming. I'm trying to meet folk. I'm trying to get a fresh perspective. You too. I'm out here. I'm talking to folk. Live. Shout out to Chris that joined the screen. What up, Chris? I'm out here. You too. I'm out here. I'm, I am out here. I went lie to you, you too. We out here. I went lie to you. You know I went lie to you too. You know I went lie to you. How would I do that? I thought we done been through YouTube. I would never. YouTube, I would never. But I'm out here. Believe what you want now. I'm out here. And eventually I'm gonna try to get better and better and better and better. Lights! Speedbird lights! I'm gonna try to get better and better. Lights! Boss man, lights! There you go. Get it popping in here. Get it popping in here. Doom, 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 doom. Hey, man, I'm trying to bring it to you, man. Right to your front door where you can't argue with me no more. I'm in your living room, man. Cut these lights off. Trying to keep this chocolate at a certain degree temperature. Hey, man, we going live every night. 8 p.m. Eastern. We going live until the people show up in massive. You come, you want to chat it up, you want to diss it up, you think you got what it take to be in the ring with a real one? Still. You think you got what it take to be in the booth with a killer? The verbal killer? I got a dream. I'm aspiring to be the first African American PCP. Professional cyber personality. I'm bringing nothing but that heat, man. Get at me when you get at me. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Instagram. Color Folk Perspective. Black Pappy on Instagram. Color Folk Perspective on Instagram. Check me out on YouTube. Get at me, screamers. Hey, I'm bringing the Color Folk Perspective live. In effect. Holla. Yeah. You too. Holla.